feeding the birds but find it hard to keep the squirrels away? In this week's Green Thumbs, we have the perfect solution.
Yeah, this morning Ginger Valley's Greg Leyes explains how squirrel-proof bird feeders really work.
Greg Leyes here in Ginger Valley's beautiful bird feed room. You know, the holidays are here, and it's always good to think about our feathered friend, the birds. So let's talk about a squirrel-proof feeder. We want to feed the birds. We may not want to feed the squirrel. You can feed the squirrel someplace else. So these are Dro Yankees lifetime guaranteed squirrel-proof feeders. You see, there are all different varieties here. They're all slightly different. The one that's the most popular is this one. This one is called the Dro Yankee Flipper, because watch this. When I touch this, when the squirrel jumps on this, see how that's turning around? That flips the squirrel right off of there. There's no way that a squirrel can get to these food ports because it's been designed with the body of the squirrel in mind. It's 21 inches long, so it's longer than the body of a squirrel. The squirrel could even hang by his hind feet up here, which a lot of them do, and try to come down to these feed ports, and it will not reach the feed ports because this is longer than the squirrel. Sometimes they want to grab on with their little paws and slide down the feeder to get to the feed ports. This is wider than a squirrel's reach, so when it tries to slide down, it has no grip. It gets down to here. See there? He hits the frame and off he goes. You know, there are other models of these squirrel-proof feeders. These all have weighted perches. The spring here is very heavy, so you see how the birds stay on there, but the squirrel is heavier than birds, of course, so when the squirrel gets on here, the springs give way, the squirrel slides right off. The perches fall down and the squirrel falls right off. You got this type, which is curved around for the cardinals, then you have one here that even has a built-in seed tray. So for Ginger Valley, Greg Leyes, and our beautiful bird seed room.